Hey everybody, watch this review here with a look at the Legendary Riders series of Marvel Legends, the Wonder Man figure. Not to be confused with Wonder Woman, of course, despite the little bands, but got this guy a few months back, sealed. I've always kind of liked Wonder Man. I mean, I haven't known like a ton about him other than being created by, well, not created by Baron Zemo, but Baron Zemo is basically responsible for his origin. You'll see Ant-Man up here in his little ride. I don't know if he ever actually wrote anything like that, because, plus I guess it'd be kind of moronic for him to do that in the first place, because he could fly due to propulsion devices early on, and later on he ended up getting the ability to fly himself. Gives a little brief bio here about Simon Williams. Has been an industrialist, an actor, a superhero, and a crook. Along the way, he died twice. Delivered from the unreality beyond by the power of love and driven by desire to atone for the sins of a past life, Wonder Man strives to make the most of his second chance. But if you die twice, this is actually your third chance. That's a little logical correlative. So, let me get him open. And we'll take a look. For those of you not familiar with Legendary Riders series, it's really kind of a bastard series, as far as Marvel Legends goes. As you can see, no Build-A-Figure. I believe it came directly after the Sentinel wave, which would make it Wave 11. In addition to not having a Build-A-Figure and opting for these stupid flyers and other transports, they also have some of the ugliest figures in all the waves, including Wanda down here, Scarlet Witch, and the Thing. First appearance Thing's also widely mocked. I mean, I kind of like him, but he has this predominantly Avengers, but of course, no, he's an Avenger. Ultron, Avengers villain, Avengers / Brotherhood / X-Men / Scarlet Witch has been everything. Taskmaster, I know he's an Avengers villain only because he was in the Captain America in the Avengers arcade game. It was an old beat-em-up back in the early 90s. These guys are just kind of off to one side, of course, and Hulkbuster Iron Man. Comes with a comic and a generic backing. When I reviewed Cyclops the other day, I didn't mention the fact that her actual card underneath the comic had a sort of diorama effect, but actually, come to think of it, shouldn't this come with a... I thought these came with Versus cards. Maybe I'm thinking of a later expansion, but... right. So here is his legendary ride, which he stands on. Not very exciting or glamorous. It's kind of like those really stupid DBZ commercials. I don't know if anybody ever saw them, but for the DBZ figures, they had these commercials where they had these cool bikes and stuff. So, like, why the hell would a DBZ character need, like, a glider and stuff? And plus, the funniest thing is when one of them gets knocked off a glider, so, like, oh, will he be saved? And then another character swoops in and grabs him, but all the DBZ characters can fly! I mean, it's like, what's the point? Here's Ant-Man again. He ties in. I mean, I don't know why you'd have him as an accessory, but I guess he's more relevant of an accessory than, say, a glider for a character who can fly himself, but maybe there's a point where he couldn't fly, I don't know. Probably being overly harsh. I just remember he can fly, and then... But yeah, he fits in the back, this little peg hole thing here. Kind of cool looking. I mean, if nothing else, it's a nice little touch. Overall, I kind of like this figure, but some things I really hate. For one thing, it's got the split joint around here with these shoulders, which looks tremendously out of place given the wide upper sloping, I think they're called trapezoids or something. And of course, it makes the head look a little missized. His tan's very inconsistent. It's a really dark tanned face, then lightly tanned arms, Well, at least this tan, the arm's really lightly tan. This one's actually a bit darker, but I don't know, maybe he caught a bit of sun. I mean, it might just be whoever's storing him. I mean, the guy I got him from, I bought a lot of figures from in the past, so it's an eBay seller, so I mean, it's usually pretty decent stuff, but wrist articulation, finger articulation. Now, because of the curve there, you can actually make a pretty nice fist, as you'll see. In addition to being able to grab objects and having a natural looking student hand motion, I really like the hands on him. Shoot, I thought the wrist could swivel, but oh yeah, it swivels up here at the forearm instead of directly at the wrist, but the wrist of course can twist back and forth. There's a little pin joint there. Double jointed elbow, bicep joint. Shoulders can move, but not a tremendous amount of reason for being. Plus, it doesn't really flatter the figure. His waist looks abnormally thin, but was it always that lopsided? Huh. I don't know. Plus, for some reason, the pants look a bit more glossy than the upper figure. I don't know if it's a defect with mine or a general thing. Of course, it's a ball joint here. Can go out back and forth a lot, but not much side to side, partially impeded by this, obviously. Double joints at knees. The calf can spin. Yeah, it doesn't actually do that. And of course, the feet will go at this angle. Toe joint. And that also goes. This really looks like it spins, but it doesn't. And specks of black paint come off my hands. Great. Shoulder span doesn't look great. He has an ab/diaphragm joint. His head does move a little bit. The coloring on his hair is kind of funky. It's like a brown-black layer, but I mean, it looks okay. Eyes look alright. Facial sculpt, pretty good. I don't know, likeness-wise, I guess he's an okay likeness. I don't like the texturing on the figure, of course, though, and I don't know. He's pretty nice looking, but I think all the ones in this wave kind of looked funky, but actually one of the other things, it just reminds me of the fact that I still can't believe they haven't brought out a living laser yet. I mean, of all the old guys, the old Avenger villains from the game and so forth, I really wanted a living laser. I mean, Ultron I'll probably pick up at some point, even though he looks like he's got a bootleg Goblin glider, but I can't remember what he actually rode, or if anything at all. But I do own the first appearance thing, which I'll probably open at some point. Taskmaster, kind of want to get. The rest of the guys, I'll probably pass. I, of course, own a Scarlet Witch already, but yeah, and overall, okay-ish. More of a fan thing than anything else, but just my 2 cents.